This episode is brought to you by Goliath. Enter the pilot seat of an AC130 Spectre gunship in this explosively realistic military war simulation. Protect the ground team using a variety of military-grade firepower against a strong and determined enemy. This game includes tons of ordnance, an assortment of deadly military support units such as attack helicopters, tanks, APCs, and more. Goliath has incredible graphics. You will feel like you're operating a gunship. Thunderous sound effects will make every bomb impact feel mighty. Don't worry, there's no forced ads in the game, and you can actually play offline. Best feature. Do you love the AC30 kill streak from Call of Duty? Then check out Goliath, out now on the App Store and Google Play Store. Download it for completely free.
Let's go.
Let's go. I played this on the plane in the beta when we flew to Orlando in December, and it took up so much time. It was so much fun. Thanks again to SHD Games for sponsoring this episode. We'll maybe do a little review of the game now that it's out, and we can talk about it a little bit later.
Appreciate you.
SHD Games.
SHD. All right. Now on to the meat and potatoes. Welcome back to season 7.
Holy shit, we're back.
7 of the Good Enough Gaming Podcast. Our first episode is titled, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Didn't we? I swear to God, we had one that was named this already.
There's multiple sequels, Kyle. In that series.
Wait, there's
those
more than one
movies
summer?
are a franchise.
Figure your shit out.
I mean, it's no Fast and Furious, but
I mean, it's probably worse. It's the exact same movie over and over again.
yeah. Holy Santa Claus tits! It's season 7, and the GEG crew is back and better than ever. We actually had some time off to play and dig into the backlog of things that we've been meaning to play for some time, as well as some new releases that we're actually pretty stoked about. So let us grace your ocular and auditory orifices once again with another spicy episode of the Good Enough Gaming Podcast. Don't forget, if we missed something notable this summer that we should absolutely be playing, hop onto our Discord or Instagram, hit us up, let us know what we should be playing. Because like radio DJs, sometimes we take requests.
Sometimes.
And we're never wrong.
Guys, we're doing it. We're back.
We're back.
Seven seasons, episode 120 something.
121.
I haven't talked to you guys in ages. It's been months.
Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes.
Safe to say we've obviously still communicated daily.
Yeah.
Like literally daily. Right?
Daryl, you're just feeling it because you're back at school. You're back at work, so you don't have all the free time in the world anymore. You're like, holy shit. How many
Some
messages?
of us have been chatting nonstop since...
Well, Daryl's been AWOL only for the last 2.5 weeks. He was a very chatty guy for like 2 months.
I'm AWOL from 8 to 4, okay? I'm AWOL for working hours. Give me a break.
I'm trying to be better.
You've been better.
The government's ban has impacted me to, lead by example and bullshit. But
you know what it is?
We're back. There's a lot we played. I know I was able to actually put some like solid time into a couple games.
Kyle actually got to play games.
I got to play games.
Holy shit.
And I finally got you motherfuckers off my back. I am now officially an Elden Lord.
He is an Elden Lord.
Halfway. We're going to call it half.
No, come on. He sat on the throne, okay? He sat on the throne.
Trevor moving the fucking goalposts here.
Yep.
Well,
Isn't that what we do these days?
I'm here for it.
So anyways, I dug deep. I beat Elden Ring. There's some bosses I didn't fight because I just didn't have the time or wherewithal to deal with that punishment. But I beat the game. I got the trophy. I'm an Elden Lord. Fuck you guys.
Well, congratulations. Welcome to the table. It's nice to
thank you. Yeah.
Nice to have another warm buttocks on a chair. It's a very lonely chair over there for a while. So
It's a lordless manner.
Maidenless behavior. All right.
Finger butthole.
Classic.
When you're maidenless, you'll do anything.
yeah. Never gets old.
My other, I do have one more update, and this one actually happened a little bit more recently, but I finally platinumed Diablo 4.
Yep. He sure did. And I will say, Kyle, you are the second person to do this on the podcast. So good work.
Yeah.
Good work.
It's not often I beat you guys to trophies, but the level 50 hardcore one was a bit of a grind. Some nights you guys, like when we're playing together online, and just the commentary you guys would hear, it'd be just like, well, shit, starting over.
Well, I mean, the three of us are not surprised with the ability and the expertise and patience that Kyle has.
Patience is the key one here. No dungeons.
Kyle could have had 5 level 50 hardcore characters if he had like a smidgen of patience.
Yeah. You know what? I actually, like, the way I did it, I tried a bunch of different classes and they all did not work well for me, just with my play style. But I ended up playing a Necro.
On whose recommendation?
Yours. And the Blood Surge build was actually so much fun.
Yes.
And I honestly just mostly grinded it out in Helltides, and it was fun.
It's very easy to survive.
I had a great time.
Blood Surge.
I think we all spent some good time on Diablo 4. Like the new update, I think they brought a lot of people back. I mean, there was very few other games this summer that came out that were like big hits.
Yeah.
Except for I know Jordan has some comments.
Yeah, we'll get back to Jordan.
But I know Diablo is what, like it's that good summer game, right? It's like the same as kids playing Fortnite and stuff. It's like I can get on for a couple hours, just hang out with my buddies.
And we crushed. We crushed the battle pass too. Like that went very quickly.
This is the first season of Diablo. I got 2 characters to level 100. Like,
goddamn.
Damn.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean, given that you went from like 1 to
64 in about 3 hours on my first night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Actually, no, it was even less time. I went from 1 to 64, I think, in less than 2 hours.
Yeah. Just that, like the new Infernal Hordes mode was just like so peak for speed leveling.
Yeah, I hope they keep that moving forward, because that did make it like, it makes your end game content that they're forcing everyone to sort of grind the materials to get, and get uber uniques and everything. It makes it kind of more worthwhile because you're max level faster. Like it's
you can do the end game stuff. Yeah.
But apparently it's just getting revamped anyways. Like in that expansion, like the Paragon board is changing. Max level is going back to 50.
60.
Oh, really?
Is it
60?
I thought.
Is it 60? I think it's
60.
50.
No, they put it to 60.
Okay.
It's good. The 2.0 patch is, I mean, it's going to be pretty big. The amount of changes they have. They're introducing rune words again, which is like
sort of
ish. Not the same as like Diablo 2, because that was like I did love those like rune word builds. But I mean, like we knew this coming into Diablo. Like Diablo preseason, like release season 1 is definitely not the same game that it is now.
No.
Just like Diablo 3, right? Like it took them time to really refine it, which
we said the same thing with Diablo 3. We said we all bought the deluxe edition fully aware that the game that we were going to play on day 1 versus what we're going to play at year 1 is going to be
different.
It's going to be a completely different experience.
Absolutely.
I did have fun playing with you guys again. Like that was a nice like game to
it's
play.
It's just nice to shoot the shit and yeah.
It's easy to play, but I'm looking forward to the expansion. I can't wait to all make the new class and be the Power Rangers of.
So
I think that's the plan.
I'm glad you led into that, Daryl. Can you explain to the listeners what this plan is? Because I'm here for it. I think it's fucking fantastic. But for people that aren't familiar with Diablo, what are we trying to accomplish here?
Okay, so the Spiritborn class is coming in, and it has 4 like animal kind of affinities attached to it. It's like
Animorphs.
Its skill tree is dealing with 4 different animals. So it's a jaguar, a gorilla, an eagle, and a centipede, like a massive one, which I thought was random.
It's a very
you pick choice. 3 badass animals, and then you're like,
and a centipede.
Let's throw an insect in there.
We need a bug. We need a bug in here.
Yeah, I was like, somebody just watched like the human centipede and thought, it would be funny. But so, anyways, but they each tailor to different styles of play. So the gorilla is like your tank class, like kind of build. The jaguar is super fast and kind of speedy. The eagle is like lightning and DPS, and the centipede is poison build and like
sticky.
like
sticky.
No, it's an icky.
Oh, I heard sticky.
That's sticky icky.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. So we were planning on making one each,
showing,
and making one that is like like that build for that particular style of play each. And I can't wait. And then we'll just like recolor ourselves, which will be even like funnier, and just be the Spiritborn Power Rangers of Diablo 4, which I honestly can't wait. I think we're gonna have a ton of fun.
I think I think we'll get some. We'll get some clips, and we'll get Trevor to splice it with some Power Rangers music. And
oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Get some Rita Repulsa. Oh, so I think that's
Jordan's going gorilla. Jordan's the gorilla. Trevor's going eagle. I'm going jaguar, and Kyle's going centipede. So
I don't know how that happened.
Neither do I. I thought I was going to get stuck with centipede.
Daryl's just assigning shit.
No, this was a discussion. Jordan wanted the gorilla. I said, Trevor's got the biggest wingspan, so he's got to be the eagle.
Yeah. And my character's name will be Harambe.
Never forget.
Rip.
Never forget. I'm here for it though. I haven't jumped into Diablo as much as you guys lately, but I said to Daryl already when he pitched the Power Rangers idea to me, I was like, you know how to fucking get me back into this game.
Jordan just needs some like niche role play.
Yeah, that's gonna get me into it for sure.
Phrasing?
It's Helltide time.
Obviously, we're gonna have to record that now with like a green screen.
Yeah, 100%.
We're just making more work for Trevor at this point. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah,
makeshift work. So, anyways, what else did we play, you guys? What else did we play?
Ooh,
I went down the rabbit hole of 2-player games. So Carolyn, we had a couple weeks or whatever, where she's like, let's play a game together. So we did try Cult of the Lamb, which was pretty funny. Like as a 2-player game, it is quite funny. We both kind of fell off with the base building aspect. And it's so funny. She's like, I just don't get this. Like, what are we doing? I'm like, Carolyn, it's a Tamagotchi. You got to feed it. You got to like clean up after. She's like, oh, like it just made so much sense.
It just clicked for her. Yeah.
Otherwise, you will have the silence of the lamb.
Correct. And the other one that I found this like cheap on the PlayStation Store. It was one of those, games that shows up on a list somewhere. A game called Kiwi.
Yeah, I loved when you were explaining this.
So you are 2 kiwi birds, not the fruit. You are 2 kiwi birds who go to work at a mail outpost in the middle of the Australian outback. And it's manned by like one postman. And then there's like, emus and like a fucking octopus and stuff. And And it's just various challenges that you have to do in relation to the male. But essentially it's a combination of like Overcooked and Moving Out and like just little puzzle games, like, you know, all of the best enraging couple building games. And you're just a little Kiwi bird running around trying to do these things.
Oh my God.
So there was a couple.
I looked at the graphic art of it afterwards. I was like, okay, this looks hilarious.
It's funny. And you can like customize your Kiwi. Like you can put like, they get top hats and like shit. You can customize
all that
them.
goofy stuff you love.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, some of them definitely get like Overcooked or something, right? You're like, this is going to start a fight. Like,
Yeah.
This isn't going to end well.
I'm going to piggyback on that because I have one more, and then I'll let Jordan go on his tangent.
Why do you assume I have a tangent?
Because you do, don't you?
Well, maybe later.
As he pulls out a speech.
Scroll.
I wrote it on a scroll.
Rolls out a diorama behind him.
Teacher screen. Just blah, 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 blah.
Speaking of like 2-player sort of roguelike games, like Overcooked, there's one that I actually played with my wife, which was another game that was made by the people that made Moving Out and Overcooked and that sort of thing. It's called Sea of Fools. It's a roguelike game, and you're trying to protect your ship from all sorts of like monsters and things trying to sink it. And you go through like different levels. You can collect treasure. You have different characters, and you have cannons that you can fire and aim, or you can have auto cannons, but you have to like reload them. It's actually like a pretty fun couples game. Again, like, you know, depending on if someone's not pulling their weight or not.
Oh, did you just oust your wife?
I said someone said that.
Yeah, I did not say that. No. Digging my own grave here. No, I never said that she was not pulling her weight. We actually had a great time with
implied.
it. No. You're trying to imply that. So
I am not saying anything.
I know.
Nothing like throwing Kyle under the bus.
It wouldn't be a season without that, would it?
No. Wouldn't be an episode.
Yeah. We were talking about this the other day. As you know, like somehow I'm the one that always like gets the gears.
You're the only one of the 4 of us that lights their barbecue on fire, Kyle.
Yeah, no. It's like barbecues are supposed to light up with fire, but they're not supposed to light on fire.
There's an important distinction there that I think was lost for Kyle.
Yeah. I think you're missing out on the friendly fire aspect of this, Kyle. It's self-inflicted wound here.
Not any one of us that would have done that would have been grilled for it. But
well done.
Fuck you.
100%. Oh boy. Sometimes you just bring it on yourself, buddy.
Jesus, I just end up charred by the end of it.
just raked over the coals.
Oh, it just searing pain.
You can hear the propane in his voice.
So,
oh man,
I lit my barbecue on fire this summer because
for anybody that didn't figure that out already.
And this is like the second or third time.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it worse.
That's not even the first time this has happened. That's why this is so good.
The problem was I had been putting off cleaning out the tray at the bottom, then we had hosted people over, and I had some burgers, like homemade burgers that were greasy, and it fucking lit up, and I took my eyes off it for like a minute, and it went from like, oh yeah, this is fine, to oh fuck, it's an inferno. So that barbecue is now retired. So by that, it means I'm trying to give it away for free to someone who wants
Kyle's
to clean.
been accustomed to the flames of hell tides all summer. He was ready for battle.
Yeah, he was prepared. He could handle the singed arm hairs.
He took his battle with hell to the patio.
I did singe my arm hairs. It smelled so bad. I should have taken a picture, but but the plus
at least
side,
you weren't like Ron Swanson and just Fucking eyebrows and mustache gone.
Yeah. On the plus side of it all, during the whole thing, I was super fucking calm. I was like, oh, yeah, barbecue's on fire, fire extinguisher, spray. We're good.
You had
Just
plenty of
yeet it
practice.
over the fence. Just
Got a pond
barbecue's on
nearby.
fire.
Just roll
See ya.
it down the hill into the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just roll it out to
And then I accidentally ordered $150 worth of pizza.
Okay, that might be the funniest story of the summer. That might be the funniest story of the summer.
Because I just ordered it in a rush for everyone and didn't check my cart beforehand and realized I had 2 extra pizzas in the cart from the 3 that I had added. And then by the time I called the restaurant and was like,
It was too late.
hi, I fucked up. And they're like, oh, it's already in the oven. Sorry, buddy.
Too late.
That's so fucking funny.
We had pizza for a
Kyle and
while.
his family ate pizza for 2 weeks straight.
I mean, at least it was good pizza. It was like royal pizza, not some like Domino's or some like Panago bullshit.
Not that we have anything wrong with these brands that might be
So I
listening.
love Panago.
Yeah. Hey, I'll
Just because
take a
Panago gives you a bad bum, Kyle, doesn't mean it's bad pizza.
Hey, if Domino's wants to throw me a sponsorship or something, I ain't gonna say no to that.
Just shameless pandering.
Yeah.
Hey, Domino's got me through university.
No, Little Caesars hot and ready's.
No, that's where I draw the line. I'd rather eat the box than eat Little Caesars.
Yeah, Little Caesars, go fuck yourself. We don't like you.
Yeah, Little Caesars can get lost, man.
Holy shit. Okay.
Jordan, what did you play this?
And you say I'm gonna go on a fucking tangent.
Okay, we had to give some context
yeah.
You didn't have
because
to make fun of Kyle.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It was time well spent.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. This summer is probably one of the best I've had clearing up the backlog. I played a ton of treasure trove games this summer, which is awesome. Found some really good gems, and I don't feel as stressed out looking at my library of at one point 85 games to play.
Shit.
So,
but do you know what Jordan does feel stressed out about? All those fucking PC parts he's about to put together.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
get to that, Kyle. We'll get to
that. Come on.
Yeah,
That's after.
Okay.
anyway, so I'm going to rapid fire kind of the games that came to mind that I played in the summer. If there's one that jumps out to you, we can talk about it, but I'm not going to do the fucking tangent. Fuck you, Kyle. So,
Just in spite of me.
yes, I got my list. Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, which I think me, Trevor, Daryl, I think you played briefly, right?
I played it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But Trevor and I beat it. Fucking
Fun.
the tits. Yeah, it's great.
Game of the year if we allowed DLCs.
Yes.
So far.
Yeah. Rise of the Ronin. Beat that. Street Fighter 6 makes me sad. College football 25.
Yeah.
So good.
How is that? Because I've seen a lot about it, and it as a return to sports games, it actually looks like they did a good job.
Yeah, so if you ever played the old like NCAA football games of like the early 2010s, this is peak sports game.
All right.
Like it feels good to play. The create a player mode is super interesting. You can go in as like a 5-star recruit or a 0-star like garbage guy, and then
I'm the third line kicker.
Yeah, like you gotta work your way up, and you've even got to manage your GPA and your social media presence.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So I've really enjoyed it. I put a ton of hours into it at launch when it first came out.
As did a lot of North America.
Yes.
Yes,
The hype around that game was unreal.
Pretty high.
I haven't seen hype like that around a sports game in a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets the people going.
Yeah. But then I played Endless Dungeon, which I dabbled with Kyle a little bit in the summer on that one. V Rising. I know Daryl's kind of had his eyes on V Rising a little bit.
I have.
So I put not a lot of time into it, but 10 hours roughly. And then Young Souls, which is a cool indie game I'll probably talk about in one of my troves this season. Black Myth Wukong was like probably my big summer release. Holy fuck. Yeah, shut up, Trevor. That game is phenomenal. Strange Brigade, which is an interesting PS4 game that I picked up for $5. Astria Ascending, which is a turn-based RPG, kind of like the Ruined King, Daryl. Similar type of gameplay there. Moonstone Island, Trevor, I think you should take a look at this because I think Carolyn would like it. Castlevania Lords of Shadow was a PS3 game that I bought on Steam super cheap. It's like a God of War type game. So yeah, I went back and played that on my Ally. But peak summer gaming here, gentlemen. It's got to be Chained Together. I mean, that's got to be.
Oh God!
It's the peak. It's the tippy top.
Peak summer game right there.
Well, you can hit a peak, but
poor
that's basically my list.
It piqued my attention for about 20 minutes,
and then he quit.
Yeah, it's awful. The game is awful. I can't help it. It's just bad.
The gameplay's not great, but the laughs that come along with it are worth the time spent, I think.
You are the content, not the game. The game is barely the content. It's the vehicle for which content is created.
We tried to record some gameplay. It failed a couple times because reasons.
Yeah, we don't know.
Because my graphics card,
we're collectively
my card is not good at capturing things. I'll take the hit on that one.
No, we'll blame it on the game. That game is just booty cheeks for streamers.
Was it meant to be captured? It was okay.
Be in the moment.
Yeah.
But,
now, do we want to?
Oh,
that's it, Jordan. That's your main cap.
Yeah, I mean, I'll cap it off there. I've got some other games, but I'll cap it.
Yeah. So Black Myth Wukong actually had a huge release too. Like the amount of players from China that were playing that game was actually pretty substantial.
It's a huge spike. I think part of that is I know they do still have some censorship things, and there's certain things that maybe don't make their way over there, whether it's just because of censorship or translations or just being unplayable. But getting a game like that obviously has to be playable there.
Yeah. And so that would make it way more popular and accessible for them to
There were even companies in China that were giving their staff the day off so that they could play the game.
How do I get one of those, Jeff?
Yeah, right. wrong industry, Daryl.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I think it sold 2 million copies in its first day or something like that.
Yeah, wow. It was pretty substantial.
So what you're saying is, once again, the really well-made single-player game does really well.
Whoa! You're kidding.
Didn't get a chance to platinum Concord, let alone turn it on.
Let alone play it.
Give two shits, but
you mean people don't want a live service game? That's not what the gamers want?
In case you're super behind, Concord was a PS5 game that was announced that was a team-based shooter, a la Overwatch, Valorant, whatever bullshit. PlayStation tried to do it, and it was a paid game. It was $70 or something. 50?
$50.
It was $50. Yeah. It released and lasted on the market for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And they shut down
2 weeks.
The whole thing because they're like, this was not good. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to play it.
No, nobody bought it.
No.
Fucking told you that.
Yeah.
I think peak.
I'm pretty sure I did say that.
Yeah, like peak players at launch on Steam was less than 700 players. I think.
Crazy.
Which is
How's
like
this guy still in my game?
Yeah.
I'm just getting into my
abysmal numbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they invested a ton of money in like marketing and everything for that game, and it
8 years of development.
It ate shit. Like it was like.
It's really funny because PlayStation seems to do this where they really, you can tell when PlayStation has their eggs in a basket. Like Concord had a special edition controller.
Yeah.
It was all over the internet for ads. Like it was just like Forspoken when they're like, okay, we got to sell people on this. Like
there's going to be an episode of the game in that new Amazon show.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
there's like something like Astrobot. They're like, hey, by the way, we're making this. Everyone's like, fuck yeah. You don't have to advertise it because people just want it.
Yes. And it's a good game.
Yeah.
Yes. But
like I was laughing because I was just at the mall recently and I was walking by and GameStop still had Concord like on the shelves at the front. Like you could buy the physical
grab them
copy.
as a collectible.
And I was like, what the? Who's buying this? Like you can't even play it.
Nobody.
They probably shouldn't even have those on the shelves.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, this is pointless. Like
I was just asking, can I just have one of these? Because it's going to be like, what is it, like the ET game or whatever that was in the dump?
In the dump, yeah.
That became so collectible in like 20 years.
Wild.
Honestly.
Yeah. So speaking of abysmal numbers and blown budgets, one that, not necessarily a video game, but video game based that we all could have seen coming, the Borderlands movie.
The blockbuster hit of the summer.
Oh my God. I can't even express just how shitty the movie was. Like that's the thing is the ratings were like universal terrible.
All bad.
This wasn't a situation of IGN versus like other people or whoever. Like everyone's just like, this is garbage.
No, and that's the thing too, is like everyone's like, oh, well, IGN gave this movie a 7, so it can't be that bad. But then all the social media posts about the Borderlands movie, they're like, guys, it's worse than Madam Web.
Man, I watched that this summer. That is bad.
And to tell you the quality of the Borderlands movie, it's already out for digital rental. It came out like only like a month
3
ago.
weeks after or something.
Yeah,
like that?
it's already out for digital rental. So I mean, I'm not paying a fucking cent to see that movie. Yar.
I will watch it when it comes out to stream at some point.
Me hearties. We do not condone or encourage.
I don't say anything of that. I'm just doing
just an impression.
So we're gonna take. I think we'll take a quick break here, and then we'll talk about some other exciting news and canon events that happened.
And I'll get my turn.
Did you not get a turn?
Talking about Diablo a bunch.
Yeah.
We'll give Daryl a turn.
Do you want to turn now, buddy?
Nope, let's go.
Okay. All right. So, first one of the season, we're going to get back at it with another installment of Wrong Answers Only.
Wrong Answers Only.
Okay, so if you've just found us, if you're just joining us, this game is pretty simple. I'm going to give the guys a bit of a prompt, and they're going to give me wrong answers only. So this is simply just us needing to have a good time. So the wrong answers only prompt of the day is: the gang finally all got gaming PCs. What is the first game we're playing together?
Unchained. Unfortunately.
Easily.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure?
Yeah,
I was going to say 3 of us will play co-op Space Marine and I will play Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yes. I mean, obviously the graphical powerhouse that is The Sims. I mean, I'm going to be playing that.
That's where you start. You just scroll YouTube, right? Like that's what gaming PCs are for.
Yeah. Scroll YouTube and
Minecraft. Minecraft on
Animal
8K
Crossing.
graphics.
You know what? I think there's just been a remake, and I think we could all get back into it. We could all get into some Age of Empires.
Oh,
I actually would play that though. Like,
this is supposed to be wrong answers.
That's
only.
a right answer. That's a right answer.
Sorry, I apologize.
I've already said that the RTS train is coming back to the station. It's fucking happening.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna get to that.
Maybe some waifu simulator.
4-person.
Yeah.
What tab you clicked on too, Kyle?
Turns the
multiplayer, right?
Do we live in Utah?
I went down the
safe
Steam.
search on, Kyle.
Oh
Safe
god!
search
I went down
on.
the Steam rabbit hole and couldn't climb out.
I don't want to see what's on your Steam family library. One that I think Jordan and I and everyone all agreed would be a garbage game, and it wasn't in a game to begin with and is now a game. Quidditch Champions.
Yeah.
2-on-2 Quidditch Champion.
Who asked for that?
Nobody.
Harry Potter nerds.
They even
I keep getting emails about it, and I want to be like, just shut the fuck up. Like, no, like, you can't force feed me this. It looks bad. Yeah, this looks terrible.
I even tried to play that game just as a test for the podcast. And as soon as like, you need a WB gaming account, I was like, no, done. It was a free game, and I refused to sign up for more bullshit. It's like, I'm
just one more corporate.
We just want the analytics.
Yeah.
We need your help. This game sucks.
They're just scraping your data. That's it.
To try and get our generation to buy the game, they just released a cosmetic pack where you put a giant head on that looks like the PS1 Hagrid from
the original Harry Potter games.
Yeah, like that one that turned into a meme a while back.
That's awesome.
So,
but I'm still not playing it.
Yeah. All right. I think that just about wraps that up, Trevor, because that was a
that about does it. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of being wrong. That's the right answer for being wrong.
Can you play that game multiplayer even?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck. I'm never gonna find out. I'll tell you that.
If you can, I'm treating it like the old FIFA games. Like, I'm not going for the ball. I'm just going for red cards. I'm just fucking slide tackling. Just.
I'm going to break your broom.
Did you see how quickly they nerfed the snitch though?
Well, yeah, because the game is stupid and doesn't work.
Because it breaks the game, and
because Quidditch as a whole is a dumb sport that doesn't
weird.
It's a sport that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's like saying, I'm going to play a basketball game, but fucking Jamal Murray's in the parking lot, and if he finds a secret rock, we just win the game. It's like,
and he would.
Yeah. It's just like, why? This makes no sense.
That's
dumb.
Even when I watched the movies for the first, I didn't read the Harry Potter books. When I watched the movies, that was like my one comment. So I watched them with my old roommates at university, and I said, "This is the dumbest sport ever made. This is a terrible sport."
Don't think J.K. Rowling was really a sportsman.
No. I don't think that was the expertise.
Go play croquet, you idiot.
Okay, let's wrap this up and move on. Seeing as we excluded Daryl from the first go round.
It's fine.
Daryl, what did you do this summer?
Well, this summer I actually got surgery. So my back is feeling better, y'all. All right. There's be no more broken, no more.
Sorry.
Oh, mid drink.
Almost got a spit take on the.
That's how I got back problems, everyone. There you go.
Yeah,
my dirty laundry is aired. Anyways, no, I got so I was off of like all activity for like 6 weeks, so I couldn't do much. So I, like Jordan, got a chance to dive into my backlog of stuff that I wanted to play, as well as play the new seasons of the things that I did like playing. Played the new season of Diablo, crashed the new season of Mortal Kombat in 2 days. Like I was completely done that in 2 days. I finished Final Fantasy 16. I platinumed Hot Wheels Unleashed 2.
Fuck yeah.
I started Realms of Ruin, Warhammer RTS game, which I quite like. So when we were talking about RTS there, I was like, hey, I got a game. It's actually really good. It's not great on the controller, but I can play
RTS isn't.
Yeah, but I can play remote play on my computer through PlayStation. So I'm going to beat the system and play from my computer.
Can you just USB dongle a keyboard onto a PlayStation?
You could, yeah.
I think,
keyboard mouse combo. I'm pretty sure you could.
You probably could.
Yep.
And that was just PlayStation. On the Switch, I started Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door, which is awesome. A turn-based combat game, RPG. That's right up my alley. My girlfriend bought that for me. Love it. And Xbox, I played Midnight Suns finally.
Yeah.
Great game. I played an entire couple seasons with Create a Character on Madden 24, which I had a blast with. And I just got to dabble in a few other games along the way. And so I had a very heavy gaming summer and loved every minute of it.
You're really broken up about it.
Yep.
I need rapid fire reviews for Midnight Suns and Final Fantasy 16 because I've been waiting for you to play those forever.
Okay. Final Fantasy 16 for me, story-wise, very high. The story was super, super enjoyable. Some of the dialogue pieces kind of near the end kind of get, I'm like, ugh, it's the go here, do this quest, come back, talk to this person for 10 minutes, and then get on with your day. And it's like, it's overdone. Maybe I don't need these side quests so much. But the setting, the story, the graphics of that game, even though it ran low, like 30 FPS, I really liked the look and the aesthetic of the game. I loved the settings that they had in it. It's like an old England kind of that's what it's portraying. I loved it. I absolutely fucking loved it. The houses, it reminded me of Game of Thrones mixed with Final Fantasy. Love the game. Love the power-ups. Love the battle system. Phenomenal. I hope they stay in that lane and in that direction. That one was great.
If you're thinking about picking that game up, if you're listening, maybe wait a while because the new PlayStation update apparently murdered the graphics of that game.
Oh, no.
Yeah, some update. There's that and a couple other games are just broken.
Oh, no.
So
completely broken?
Graphically, something went wrong. Something processor-wise, I don't know.
It's the performance mode specifically. So people are saying if you are going to play it, play on the
just normal
the quality mode or whatever they call it.
Oh, okay. Ew. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I would say overall.
It's a fair score.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And then Midnight Suns, I would give a 7.5. I liked it. I really liked the card building, the deck building part of the game.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too.
I did really like that. But some of the things take way too long. The enemies, sometimes the wave is so large, to get to your turn takes a very long time. And so it's just like Fire Emblem, to Jordan's point in previous episodes, where, there's a lot of conversation, there's relationship building, and all of that's fine. But I thought it didn't have enough characters in it. Honestly, for what it was, I was I was expecting more. They could have definitely added more people into it, but that was just my take. But I did it. I enjoyed it. But yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think for, if you're interested in Marvel characters or even old comic book stories from the 90s, the story itself is actually super interesting. And it's something different.
The story is good.
The MCU.
Yeah. Definitely starts to feel like a building point. It's a game they could learn from.
Yeah. And
just
it looks like there's more.
Some sort of a game where the guys get together and they make an alliance of some kind. Marvel characters.
Have we seen that before, Trevor? I don't know. If we've seen that.
Do you think the Alliance could be like the most ultimate version of itself?
Potentially, depending on who's on the roster. I mean,
I think there's a lot of potential there. So
precisely, boys, precisely.
Some other big news and sort of like a canon event came from the summer, and Fallout from GameCon of all things.
Fucking snowball event.
It snowballed very quickly. So if
Kyle won a computer,
I fucking
crazy,
won
man.
a computer from GameCon.
So
Absolutely crazy.
crazy.
I swear to God, I manifested that shit because I was.
Not only did you win it, Kyle was like the second person. So the first person did not reply
in time.
They didn't reply in 48 hours. So they redrew and they
We
drew
still
my
haven't
name.
found this person. They're missing. We don't.
Yeah.
Kyle's number one suspect, but we like.
I beat the rap.
We don't speak about it. Should probably lay low for a while.
The police didn't take Kyle too seriously after they saw that he lit his own barbecue on fire.
Yeah.
Probably an accident.
Yeah. They were like, this guy could never plan a heist or a kidnapping. There's no way he could figure that out.
So anyways, I won a computer. It's super dope. And because of that, things started happening. People started talking about things. And through a strange turn of events, Daryl found himself with a bunch of money.
It's also super illegal.
It does.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle.
Shady as fuck.
Some money appeared in his account, sent by a not so anonymous donor, with instructions to acquire and build 2 PCs for a couple's sort of setup. So Daryl,
awesome.
Legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
so legit.
Chef's kiss.
And he went ham. The group chat for a bit there was just
Literally.
just PC. Yeah. And shout out to Brett Ham for all your PC know-how and support.
skills.
Yeah.
And support and help for me.
Yeah. So Daryl is now rocking a Red Hood themed PC. It's so dope and
So good.
So good. So good.
good.
And then I keep getting these texts from Jordan. Like, hey, do you think this will fit? Hey, what do you think about this case? Do you think this will fit under my TV? Do you think this will work?
Yeah.
Jordan decided to go with a different route. And he's going.
He was having PC envy. It's
Happens.
He just wanted some extra PC-ness, you know?
So let me give some context. I have talked to the boys ad nauseum for years.
Yeah.
I have talked about building a PC of my own for probably a decade. But as I've discussed with Kyle, trying to build something that has the potential to break scares the fuck out of me. And it has taken Daryl getting a PC, Kyle getting a PC, Trevor's expertise of telling me what shit means when I'm reading stuff. It's taken a lot of help to push me over the edge, but I finally feel confident enough that I can make it work.
I think Jordan was also spurred on by the PS5 Pro announcement.
yeah, like
Get fucked. I'm not ever buying that.
Yeah, like $1,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
No. So, and that's the other thing is there, and honestly too, like the treasure trove thing is kind of taking me down a dark path of finding a bunch of games that are very good.
Steam is dangerous.
Yeah, but a lot of them are PC only. You
Yep.
know, so it's. I mean, it's great. It's given me a chance to play some games I otherwise would never have come across. But yeah, to actually be able to hook it up to my TV just like a console. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. So two things.
You have everything.
So I'm still waiting on the CPU. It's going to show up tomorrow. By the time this episode releases, it will be in my possession. But again, I have to build the fucking thing. So we'll see. I might kidnap Daryl. I might kidnap Brett. I mean, who knows? Anything could happen in the next week or so. But yeah, I'm excited for it. We'll see how it shakes out.
It'll be good.
Yeah, and that might also mean that I bring my PC upstairs and connect it to my TV.
As you should.
It seems like the best course of action. So I actually get to use it.
I'm just using it as the PC. Shout out to my boy Corey too for giving me 2.
Okay, Daryl got double hooked up.
Yeah,
Daryl's got so many monitors right now.
Yeah,
just rocking mega desk.
I have 3 monitors right here, and I feel like I'm about to hack the Pentagon, or like I'm going to get really into cryptocurrency or something right now. Like
Also,
I've
got a vertical monitor.
I'm going to become a day trader. Like this is essentially what I've just.
I thought you were going to say like a Twitch star, but okay.
Yeah. If our FBI agent is listening, Daryl's not going to hack the Pentagon.
No,
he's not.
You barely knew how to build a computer. You're safe.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts. Okay, that's facts. Yeah. I can barely turn this thing on. Like you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah,
he's been whispering sweet nothings at it.
He's playing Minesweeper on his off time. That's what he's doing. So.
Jordan, you'll be so happy. Do you want to know what the second game I downloaded? Because I've been playing Space Marine on here, but do you want to know what the second game I downloaded was on this computer?
What's that?
StarCraft 2, baby.
Oh,
StarCraft 2.
Yes. Join the Brotherhood.
I never got to play it, so I was like, well,
might as well.
It's so good. It's so good.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here, just like wanting to upgrade, which is probably going to happen.
Side note, if anyone wants to send Trevor some money for PC parts.
No. Or my computer's okay. Like my goal is to do a slight upgrade and then like add new parts and also build my wife a computer, which I think will be fully capable. So it's in the future, but I'm still functioning just fine.
At least you had a
PC parts.
Yes. Yeah, I have something that is capable. It's just not as
I mean, we brought that thing all the way to GameCon, and it is a beast.
It's the only way we could do
the
GameCon.
Size.
Like we wouldn't have done GameCon without it. So
that thing got us through.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Dibs out for next year.
I mean, if you tell me what programs I need on it, we can probably.
Oh, we'll make it work.
Like, hey, MSI gave me this.
Yeah, I won this last year.
Actually, that was a pretty good promo.
That's good marketing. We should use your computer.
We'll hit Vince off and be like, can you give us a sign?
Vince from MSI. Yeah, previously won at GameCon.
Yeah. And it's back.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It was a summer, guys.
It was a good summer.
Yeah.
Played a lot of games.
I would like to say we talked about Diablo, like getting their shit together. A while back, I also was just like, you know what I want to do? I want to like race a car.
Yeah.
I reinstalled Gran Turismo 7.
Oh.
Which, like any game, is very kind of live servicey. They have added, if you were like me and you bought it like day one and you're like, okay, I'm sick of this. I don't like playing online. Like I've beaten it. They've added so much content to that game.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes. They've done a very good job of, yep. Yeah, it's all part of the game. So they add cars, they add different like courses, different like the menus, the cafe menus of like car collecting. So you actually have a reason to collect shit that you would never buy in the game otherwise.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that a while back. I just played it for like a couple days. I was like, that was a good time.
I love that. I had the same itch. I've been replaying Need for Speed Heat like periodically.
So
gotta feel the heat.
Apparently, we all saw the same person and got the same itch. So I shout out to my buddy Kenton, who
Kenton gave you the itch.
He did give me the itch. He hooked me up with a.
Get that looked at.
He hooked me up with a PlayStation
Very
racing
beardy.
wheel. Shut up, Kyle. He hooked me up with a racing wheel, and I don't have a table or anything to properly set it up, so I've just kind of put it off to the side. But on my Amazon wish list, I have a folding like a wheel stand that it clips to, and then the foot pedals clip onto like a little platform underneath. But then when you're not using it, it just clamshell closes up and you can put it away. I didn't know those existed until like 3 weeks ago. But as soon as I get one of those, I'm going fucking hard into racing games again.
Yeah.
With the wheel, because I am so excited to actually play with a legit wheel and pedals.
Oh, that'll be so cool.
Jordan,
that is one of the things on my list.
Yeah,
guy, that's one of the things on my list. I would love to play like in an actual good racing seat and like wheel.
I don't know why, but those, I don't know if you guys have seen like the Mud Runner, Frost Runner games where you're like, where you're driving like long haul trucks and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Jordan wants trucking simulator.
Kind of. Yeah.
Hit the
Hey, you know where you can find that? Steam.
Oh
yes.
dangerous.
But I am.
Are you going to go over the top style and like put like a pulley machine beside you so you can get your arm wrestling muscles ready so you can go, win your son?
Yeah. I'm also going to wear a backwards hat whenever I'm driving.
Yeah.
So
Can we
Correct.
Anyway, shout out to Kenton. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm going to play the fuck out of that over the winter.
You know what? I think that's a pretty solid summer recap, guys.
It's a summer recap right there.
I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for these games that are coming out because there are some solid releases. I'm hoping Astrobot goes on sale sometime because based on Trevor and Jordan's reviews, it's a must play.
They do be loving it.
Future episode.
Future episode. Next week, we're going to talk about Space Marine 2.
Yes, we are, because we have played that.
Yep.
Brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
We can only we can't say like Warhammer guys. We can only say brother like Hulk.
It's just ingrained in us.
Just a 90s thing.
Eat your vitamins, brother.
That sounds like heresy, brother. For the Emperor, brother.
Kill the heretics, brother.
All right. So from us to you, thank you very much for tuning back in. Support your local podcast that you love. That's us. I think that one was good enough, guys.
Good enough.
Moon Knight says good enough.
Good enough.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for more content. We also invite you to write an email or join us on Discord to talk about anything from our episodes or something else you would like to discuss in the future. Please subscribe to the Good Enough Gaming Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you listen to your podcasts. And remember, we might not be great, but we are good enough.